Hello, this is Julio. We will be talking about therapies. I hope you like my presentation. Therapies are classified in two main groups, psychotherapy and biomedical therapy. As a psychotherapy, we will talk about dream interpretation, and about medical therapy, we will talk about psychopharmacology. We will give an explanation of the four topics, as well as a video for each of the four topics. Psychotherapy. The goal of most psychotherapy is to help both mentally healthy and psychologically disordered persons understand themselves better, because understanding of one's motives and actions is called insight. The therapies aim mainly at this goal are called insight therapies. A therapy that is directed more at changing behavior that provided insight into the reason of that behavior is called action therapy. Many psychological professionals use a combination of insight and action method, therapeutic method.
So, Sheldon, how you doing?
That's how you start a psychotherapy session. How am I doing? I was promised a riverboat journey into the jungles of my subconscious. Instead, I get the same question I hear from the lady who slices my bologna at Ralph's.
I'm sorry, I'll start again.
Would it be helpful to you if I told you about my dreams?
I don't know, maybe.
I recently had a dream that I was a giant, but everything around me was to scale, so it all looked normal.
How did you know you were a giant if everything was to scale?
I was wearing size 1,000,000 pants.
Dream interpretation, or the analysis of the elements within a patient's reported dream, formed a large part of Freud's psychoanalytic method. Freud believed that repressed material often surfaces in dreams, though in symbolic form. The manifest content of the dream was the actual dream of its events, but the latent content was the hidden, symbolic meaning of those events that would, if correctly interpreted, reveal the unconscious conflicts that were creating the nervous disorder. Go.
Here are some of the typical symbols we experience in dreams, and a common way of understanding what they might mean. Know that symbols are best interpreted by you, the dreamer, within the context of the dream itself. But these can get you started. So we'll start with being chased, and it's one of the most common dream symbols in all cultures. It can mean you're feeling threatened, so reflect on who's chasing you and why they might be a possible threat in your real life. Exams, they can signify self-evaluation, with the content of the exam reflecting the part of your personality or life that's under inspection. Falling is a common dream symbol, and it can relate to our anxieties about letting go, losing control over a situation, or somehow failing after a success. Killing in your dreams doesn't make you a closet murderer. It represents, or can represent, your desire to, quote-unquote, kill a part of your own personality. It can also symbolize hostility towards a particular person and the desire to see them suffer. People in your dreams, or other dream characters, are reflections of your own psyche and may demonstrate specific aspects of your own personality. Now here's an interesting one, sex dreams. They can symbolize intimacy and a literal desire for sex, an unfulfilled desire. Or they may demonstrate the unification of unconscious emotions with conscious recognition, showing a new awareness and personal growth. So These are just a few symbols to get started, and you can find more down below this video.
Biomedical therapy. The other main type of therapy uses some biologic treatment in the form of a medical procedure to bring about changes in the person's disordered behavior. Medical therapies include the use of drugs, surgical methods, and electric shock treatment. It is important to understand that biomedical therapy often eliminates or alleviates the symptoms of a disorder, while psychotherapy addresses issues associated with the disorder. And when used together, these two types of therapy facilitate each other. For example, when medications are needed, individuals taking the proper medication are going to benefit more from psychotherapy as their symptoms will be better controlled. Furthermore, psychotherapy, not medication, is going to help them better understand what the symptoms of their disorder are and facilitate the adjustment. Other coping strategies and proactive ways of addressing the disorder of its related outcomes.
Biomedical. Biomedical. Biomedical therapy.
How do you view Charlie's difficulties?
I believe that Charlie is suffering from an organic disturbance. For example, an overabundance or lack of a neurotransmitter. For Charlie, we can see that he is suffering from a psychotic episode due to his delusions of being persecuted by society.
How would you treat Charlie?
Since we believe that Charlie is suffering from the effects of some sort of imbalance, we would recommend prescribing him an antipsychotic medication to alter the physical state of the brain. How do you envision fixing your situation, Charlie?
That's about the dumbest question in the world. Obviously, I'm Batman.
Of course, of course.
Whoa. Reminder. Tiger blood. Adonis DNA. You. Booger blood. Poo-poo DNA.
Psychopharmacology. The use of drugs to control or relieve the symptoms of a psychological disorder is called psychopharmacology. Although these drugs are sometimes used alone, they are more often combined with some form of psychotherapy and are more effective as a result. There are four basic categories of drugs used to treat psychotic disorders: anxiety disorders, the manic phase of mood disorders, and depressions.
Psychopharmacology is the study of drugs that affect mental, emotional, and behavioral activity. Psychotropic means mind-turning, tropism, turning toward, psyche, the mind. In theories of causation for mental disorders, the monoamine hypothesis holds that deficiencies in norepinephrine and serotonin result in, for example, depression. Antidepressants are thought to work by inhibiting the reuptake of norepinephrine and serotonin at the presynaptic membrane. This lacks, however, supporting data, and therefore this remains a hypothesis. Another theory of causation has to do with postsynaptic downregulation, which holds that depression results from postsynaptic receptor regulation. It is consistent with recent research and may better account for depression than the monoamine reuptake theory. This would explain the delay in treatment effect, and as you're aware, antidepressants can take up to 3 weeks, 1 month before they take effect.
Hello, this is Julio. I will be working about the therapies. First of all, thank you to Professor Feld to give me the opportunity. I hope you like it. If you like it, it's thanks to Mr. Rosan Osmian from here to the Success Center at the library main campus Rancho Cucamonga. If you don't like it, it's because it was my presentation. What we can do? Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Bye.